control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Washington Commanders and the Baltimore Ravens. All that and more coming up next.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me,
it's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Steps away. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They go play action. Daniels. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Daniels. Being chased out left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
2nd and a couple.
Let's go now.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Off the play fake, Daniels. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Robinson. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Come on.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jamison Crowder from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Austin Seibert on for the extra point.
Check pink, switch yellow.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was all capped off on the touchdown reception by Jamison Crowder. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. The tight end in motion right. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. 23 yards the pickup there.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Able to shake him off, eluding the pressure right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they want. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it as we resume action. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Washington offense set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Play action, now it's Daniels. He'll get this to Eckler. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Now Daniels. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Zach Ertz! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
14, Ravens 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Breaks through the contact. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Jackson. Flush to his right. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now 2nd and 9. Henry up the middle. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 15-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson now off the bootleg. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Dorrance Armstrong. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Running from the gun with Henry. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Mark Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have regained the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
The fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
To the air goes Daniels. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. Throwing the out route, and Crowder makes the catch. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That open man that time, they end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To throw is Daniels. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his approach. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they...
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Daniels from the gun on third down. Ertz over the middle. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Eckler is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders use the short field to get in for 6. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position, no one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing is Jackson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Defense.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you got to call that both ways.
After the penalty, it's Henry. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have come back to make it a 2-point game. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be #1.
It should be #1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and closes. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. And that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
On the return is Sims. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Middle.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Jackson now. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders' offense set to take over. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Ertz, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Ravens ready to take over. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Off the bootleg. Jackson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looking to throw. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dorrance Armstrong able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And Washington control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
Hey, hey, snap, unlock line, alert, alert.
So a victory here for the Commanders. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.